Hola mis amigos and possible amigas, my name is Taff316 and welcome back to another reaction video. Today we're going to be reacting to Would I Lie to You. So, Would I Lie to You is a British comedy panel show airing on BBC One. It was first broadcast in June of 2007, and the most recent series series 12, ended in January of this year. There's not been a new series yet since then, so I don't think the show is over. But the last time it aired was in January of this year. 12 series to this point, 112 episodes. Angus Dayton presented the show in 07, 08, and 09. Since 09, it's been presented and hosted by Rob Brydon and stars David Mitchell and Lee Mack as team captains. I've technically reacted to this before. I reacted to a little bit of this in the game shows compilation, but that video was like over a year ago. Also, this show was likely inspired from an American show called To Tell the Truth, which has had 6 different iterations, the first of which started in 1956. It aired from 56 to 68, then 69 to 78, then 80 to 81, then 90 to 91, then 2000 to 2002, and the 6th iteration is currently airing and has been since 2016. So apparently they're somewhat similar. So I don't think Would I Lie to You was a straight copy, but I think it took inspiration from that show. But anyway, surprisingly, I can put this on YouTube. I just checked, even though it's BBC. So, okay, this is like 25 minutes. Let's watch it. Alrighty, Would I Lie to You? Let's do it. Also, I forgot to mention, this is actually a decently recent episode. This is the first episode of Series 12, which was the most recent series. So, let's do it. Why is that on? That's weird. Alrighty. Once spent night in jail for... My nickname in school was... I always carry a signed photograph of... Once spent 3 hours walking inside of... Used to share a house with... My first word was... Would I lie to you? I don't know, would you?
Good evening and welcome to Would I Lie to You, the show where it pays to be economical with the truth. On Lee Mack's team tonight,
Quality
a comedian who recently filmed a fishing series for BBC Two. Ironically, I never managed to catch it. It's Bob Mortimer.
Hey!
And an entertainer who started her career as a ballet dancer. In fact, she studied it at university, where she gained a tutu. It's Debbie McGee.
Bruh.
And on David Mitchell's team tonight, a presenter and former footballer who once went to Coventry for £2 million.
Whoa.
That's an expensive taxi. It's Dion Dublin. And a comedian who's 4 feet 11 inches tall. We've always seen eye to eye. It's Lucy Porter.
4 foot 11, by the way.
Round 1, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They've got no idea what they'll be faced with.
Okay.
It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. Now, Debbie is first up.
I get the gist
Here
of
we
this.
go. The police once surrounded my house after I set off an alarm in my bikini bottoms.
That
David's team.
seems plausible.
Interesting location for the alarm. What was the alarm that you set off and how did you set
It was the house alarms. I was actually ironing in the garden with my bikini on, and I had the remote control for the alarms tucked down my bikini.
Let me stop you there.
Is that right?
I could have sworn you said you were ironing in the garden in your bikini.
Yeah.
It's a classic domestic scene.
I don't know about this now.
To ironing. I haven't ironed anything since the late 90s. But very good.
We can tell, Lucy.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ironed anything ever.
Debbie.
Oh, quite a few years ago now.
And in your bikini bottoms was the remote control
Yeah.
for
SpongeBob
what?
was in there.
That set off the house alarms.
For the burglar alarm.
Yes, so
essentially.
I don't know what you call them.
A panic button.
Be like a panic
Sure,
button.
there you go.
yeah.
I think if I was in the garden in a bikini ironing, I'd feel very vulnerable because there's a lot of flesh, isn't there, in the iron? You know how easy the phone rings and...
That's true, yeah.
Did you
Well,
not
to be
feel...
honest, if you're gonna
Hello?
smash the iron into your head, it doesn't matter whether you're wearing a bikini or the uniform of the Chelsea pensioners, you're still gonna get burnt.
So What happened when you pressed the alarm? Who was alerted and what did
Right,
they do?
so I
police.
didn't know because it doesn't set the alarms off. It just rings the police. And so 15
Ah, it's like a
policemen
silent
came
alarm.
round the corner.
They shouted, no, start with
Yeah.
the collar, then the sleeves.
I never tried it again, so I don't know.
How did they react? Did they see the funny side?
They're pissed.
Yes.
No, she wasn't facing them.
Damn.
I'm so sorry.
Chill, bro.
I know that's rude, but I can't quite figure out why. OK, well, I mean, it's elaborate, it's odd, it's unusual. Is it true?
In my
I'm
younger
gonna
days
say
as a
yes.
sun worshipper, I would do anything outdoors. When you're young and you want a tan, you just do anything.
What do you think?
I think.
He's like, this bitch is lying.
You know you had to make quicker decisions on the football pitch, don't you?
I think that's true.
You
Yeah.
think it's true?
I think
you think
we're
it's true?
unanimous.
We think it's true.
They think it's true. Debbie, truth or lie?
It's true.
I knew it.
Yes, it's true. Debbie did once set off an alarm that was in her bikini bottoms. Dion, you're next.
But why was the remote tucked in? Oh, whatever.
I once sneezed so hard in my car, I set off the airbag.
Please, Steve.
Wow,
Is that possible?
that is a big sneeze.
Yeah.
Where were you?
I was in my car.
A likely story. There's a
Whereabouts
baseball
was the
player
car in the
once
country?
sneezed so hard he
I
threw
was
his
on the
back out.
motorway.
Oh,
That
you
sounds
were
fun.
you were travelling. At what
Yes.
speed?
Yes. About 65, 70.
Are you saying that you sneezed and the airbag went off, or are you saying you sneezed, crashed the car, and the airbag went off?
I sneezed, airbag went off, and because I was on the inside lane, I just pulled over.
The sheer force of the air from your nostrils and mouth. This
Well-
can't have happened since your birth on the planet Krypton.
I think I've read somewhere that like when you sneeze, it comes out at like at least 90 miles per hour or something. So I suppose it's technically plausible.
Did you contact the manufacturers? Can you tell us which kind of car it is?
It was an Audi A7,
Was it?
yes.
Are you sure it wasn't an Audi do that because it doesn't sound feasible?
Take us back to the beginning, Dion.
Yes.
Where were you travelling to?
I was on the M6 going from Warwickshire to Manchester.
What
For
did
work.
you have to do?
For work, yes.
And what is it that you do?
Football.
I talk a little bit on the TV.
So you're some punditry.
I was going to do final score of Match of the Day or Football Focus.
So, Dane, you didn't cover your face when you sneezed.
No, 'cause
So
I-
that's a naughty boy, isn't it?
You're as naughty as driving
I know, right?
without using your hands.
Oh, that's true.
And would you say that, as a rule, you are a loud, violent sneezer? Because some are. Some give a little...
I didn't. Yes.
And some go... Gah!
There's one thing worse than both of those, and that is the people that threaten to do a big one, and it's a little one. You know the ones that go... They do my head in. What's the build-up for, then?
All right, it's a rip-off.
Where do you fall? Which of those camps are you in?
I'm quite a loud, violent sneezer.
I kinda am
Which I
too.
didn't think I was until I nearly killed myself.
Did you make it to
I can
to work?
control it though.
In another car, yes.
Who picked you up?
The dealership. I just rang the dealership straight away.
You rang the
Rang the
dealership.
Dealership. You don't ring the dealership when you've had an accident.
Because I was on the M6, I was close to where the dealership was, and I thought that would be easier for them to come out and deal with my... I'd get a new car as well. They gave me a new car.
Sorry. So the
Lying ass.
Interesting, this is the focus of disbelief.
Dealership.
The dealership I got the car from was in Warwickshire.
Right.
So I called them. I know the guy that
You
owns the
just set off?
dealership. I know the guy that owns the dealership. I
What's
said,
his
"Can you
name?"
Send someone out. Lee.
Lee. Oh. Is that right?
Bruce
Is
Lee.
his surname Mac? What's his surname?
Do you know him?
What's Lee's surname?
Beacon.
Oh, is that why you could see him from so far away?
Lee Beacon, huh?
Did Lee personally come and pick you up?
No, he sent one of his staff.
What was his name? Was it Debbie?
Bob.
Morton.
What was Bob's surname? Light bulb.
Is this true? What are you thinking, Bob?
Well, I'm thinking that big lad like Dion, maybe it could do it. I always go,
Yeah, I think-
Achoo, pussycat, whoa, whoa.
I think it's plausible.
Amusing.
I just think it's bullshit.
I say true.
Debbie?
I just think if it was true, it would have happened to a lot more people, and we can't do that sort of research.
That's the trouble. The scope for research.
I'm gonna say lie.
I always think if we could go away for a couple of weeks, really work on the questions, then we get a lot more right. But
So, what's it going to be?
I'm going to go with Debbie and say it's not true.
Yeah, I say lie.
Dion, truth or lie?
It's a lie.
Ah! 2 for 2.
Yes.
Good job,
it was a lie
me.
all along. Dion didn't set off the airbag in his car with a sneeze.
He's not a very good
Our
liar.
next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists.
Hope it's Wayne
this
Rooney.
week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Jonathan.
Heyo. Nice hair.
So,
That's a lot of hair.
Debbie, what is Jonathan to you?
Well, this is Jonathan, and when he was a baby, I used to pull him out of a top hat.
Bob, how do you know Jonathan?
This is my friend Jonathan, and I have brewed 3 award-winning beers with him.
Right.
Right.
And finally, Lee, what's your relationship with Jonathan?
This is Jonathan. One Sunday, the two of us spent 3 hours trapped in an automatic car wash.
David's team, where will you begin?
well, Debbie. So you used to pull Jonathan out of a
hat.
top hat.
Yeah, he
And
was
so, how old was he then?
about 6 months.
6
old.
months.
Was he a rabbit at
Child
that
abuse.
stage? He's grown up into a lovely bunny.
What a cougar comment that was.
He's going for it though. Look, he's aflame with desire. Look at him.
Jonathan's trying not to lose it.
He's got the right
Look
hairstyle
at
to be
him.
pulled out of a top hat.
Where did this happen?
He's
This
really
was in
trying.
a summer season
Where?
in Bournemouth.
Debbie, how big was the top hat then?
It was a prop top hat, so it was a bit bigger than a normal one. But, you know, babies aren't very big. He was only about this big.
6 months, not very big.
Yeah.
And so...
And was he the son of someone else in the summer season, or
No,
was he one
it
of the
was-
Chuckle Brothers' offspring or something?
No, it was a feature in the show, and we had different babies on different nights. You know, they were like in rotation, and
Is
they
that
came
right?
from an agency.
So, who would bring Jonathan to the theatre?
His mother.
His mother.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what would happen to him? I mean, I don't want you to give away the magic trick too much, but where was he stowed
In the hat.
to the
Duh.
moment where he's pulled out of the top hat?
I can't tell you because I'm a member of the Magic Circle and I can't give
That
the
is a
secrets
really
away.
handy thing for this game. I like it.
Yeah.
Can you come on every week?
Well, don't give anything away, Debbie, but talk us through the trick.
There was a pretend rabbit, and then Paul would lift this big top hat from underneath and tipped it forward. And that's when I would come over as the assistant and take Jonathan out and say, and here's the rabbit's turned into a real live baby.
And the audience
And I'd
went,
be like this.
boo, we hate babies.
No, they don't.
Where's the fucking rabbit?
How long did they have to wait to be revealed?
Not very long. It wasn't a very long trick.
So they were only briefly on stage before the
They were only briefly
reveal
in terrifying darkness alone.
Which they
Poor
are in a
Jonathan.
cot when they go to sleep
Yes.
at night.
And indeed in a womb.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the ultimate trick, isn't it?
Now, who would you like to question next?
Yeah. Bob.
Remind us
Bob's
what
full
it
of
was
shit.
that you've said. How do you know Jonathan?
Does Bob remember?
Because I have brewed 3 award-winning beers with Jonathan.
Is that right,
What are
Bob?
the names of your award-winning beers?
The one that's my favourite is called Kiss the Alderman. That's an IPA.
Kiss the Alderman, an IPA,
An
yes.
IPA. Another one was a stout, and it was called Retail Park.
Retail.
Really?
And the other
that
one was
right?
a lager, and that was called... Not now, madam. It seems funny now. That's why we used it.
Madam Lager. Kiss the Alderman, Retail Park.
Can I just say, he's written these down, so I hope you can remember them.
How long did you two work together for?
About 2 years ago, I was in a field, Dion, collecting some mud to go and bury at home in my garden.
Is that right?
And along came Jonathan, or J-Keg, as I call him. And he said, I recognise you off the telly, you're that Ray Mears, is what he said. And we got chatting, and he said, do you like beer? I said, I like beer. He said, would you like to brew some beer? And
quick.
I said, yes, I would, rather urgently, actually.
There's no more beer!
He's got a brewery.
I gotta have it.
It's a lean-to next to a barn, right next to the field where I was.
Yeah.
It's quite big, actually. It might be a lean 3 or a lean 2. So I went in this marvellous little brewery that I'm imagining, and we mashed. Well, part of the process is mashing.
Right.
You put
Right.
a load of water in the cylinder, and you have to stir the malt barley.
Yeah.
And I did that bit of it. And I thought, I adore this. Is there any way that I could see this process through, and we could call this beer Kiss the Alderman?
What is the Alderman?
He's an unelected council official. Say, for example, let's focus in on Bolton. So if Bolton had a large Chinese community, but there was no representatives, councillors,
Got you.
they would say, would you like to informally nominate one of your Chinese community, and they will become an alderman, and they will sit on the council and be able to represent.
Right. No, that makes sense. So
Yeah,
we've definitely
sure.
covered what happens to the Chinese community in Bolton.
Chinese are a great bunch of lads.
Story.
Yeah, so and that was Kiss the Alderman. So we brewed 1,000 litres, bottled it, and it was the top beer in the Kent Craft Ale Society.
Can I
Gotcha.
ask, my husband is a brewer. What
shit.
hops did you use?
Citrus hops. One of them's called something, and the other one likewise is named as well.
I mean, this all checks out.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
You know what? The thing that is the hipster brewing beard. If you were to say to me, draw a brewer, that's what I'd draw.
That's what you draw now. It's very interesting, actually.
Yep.
Whereas,
Wow, really?
whereas if someone asked you to draw a brewer 30 years ago, you'd draw someone very different, wouldn't you?
I'd draw you.
Now, what about Lee? Lee, remind us of your claim.
This is Jonathan. One Sunday, the two of us got
I feel like
trapped
he's
for
telling
3
the truth. I
hours
haven't
in an
heard the story yet.
automatic car wash.
Where was it? Where was the car wash?
It was just outside the car. Near where I live in southwest London.
Whose car was it? Who's driving?
It was my car.
And was Jonathan in your car with you?
Correct, he was the passenger.
Why? How do you know
Because we
Jonathan?
can't both drive.
Jonathan's trying so hard.
How do you know Jonathan?
I know Jonathan because we're in the same football team.
What is it, to bring your granddad to?
So you were you driving back from football?
Driving to football.
Driving to football, and
Washing your car on the way to football. Oh, I'm looking forward to the game, young Jonathan. I really can't wait. But tell you what, let's wash the car first, so that when we arrive,
I don't know if
everybody
I'm
says,
telling
"Oh,
his
Lee's
believing
doing
his
well."
story anymore.
You drove into the car wash, and what happened?
So, there was 3 options. It was gold, silver or bronze. And obviously, being from the north of England, I was looking for a lesser metal than all 3. But it stopped at bronze. So I went in and I said, can I have a car wash? And he gave me the token, and I went back out and I
Was it a token? Sometimes it's a code these days.
All right, then, what he said was, the token is where the squirrel likes to hide.
When I say code, I don't mean riddle. I mean a series of numbers that you put into a keypad.
Yeah. On this occasion, it wasn't.
You put the token in the slot.
Yes.
You advance into the car wash. The weird things start going.
Yeah, so the big brush at the front that goes over your bonnet, that came towards us.
Yeah.
And then the side ones came. It was the side ones that caused the main issue. They got to the door, stopped, and just kept doing that. And we couldn't open the doors. And it did not stop for 3 hours. I know, it sounds unbelievable.
Yes, it sure does.
Why don't you climb over into the back seat and get out one of the rear doors?
Because it's a 2-door car.
And I'm assuming this happened before the invention of the mobile phone.
No, that was not true. It was during the invention of the mobile phone.
During it?
During the invention.
During it. Wow, they were coming up.
What we did, we were so stuck, didn't know what to do for 3 hours, we decided to invent the mobile phone. No, it was, his phone was in his sports bag in the boot.
Where was your phone?
My phone was with me.
Why didn't you use your phone?
Because the battery had gone.
Right. How did you eventually get out?
I absolutely screamed and screamed, and this stranger passing by saw a big button on the thing that said, emergency stop. So he pressed the button, and it stopped. And when it stopped, it reset itself back to how it should be. We opened the door, and I went in. And he went, "Oh, you're back again." I said, "Yes, that's about my car." So what's up? I said, "Tell you what's up. The doors are phenomenally clean."
All right.
Wait a minute. So nobody tried to use this car wash for 3 hours. Yeah.
We need an answer. So, David's team. Is Jonathan Debbie's magic mate, Bob's brewing buddy, or Lee's car wash companion?
Debbie.
I can't believe Lee's story is the kind of story I would have to invent to tell my husband if I'd been in a car with Jonathan for 3 hours. Jonathan looks like a hipster brewer to me.
What do you think?
I think it's Bob. I think they're mates and they've done some brewing together, yeah.
What? Yeah, OK,
You think Bob met him in a field while collecting mud? He said, "Come and have a look at my brewery."
Yes, yes.
And we're going to call our beer Kiss My Alderman.
It's not Kiss My Alderman. It's Kiss the Alderman.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. If it's true, I'm sorry.
Rob, you can immediately appreciate why Kiss the Alderman is much more marketable than Kiss My Alderman. I certainly call mine the Alderman.
But very popular with the Chinese community.
So, David, what are you going to say?
I think my team thinks it's Bob. Yeah, but let's go.
OK, you're going to say Bob. OK. Right. Jonathan, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Jonathan, and I brew beer with Bob.
What?
Yes, Jonathan is Bob's brewing buddy. Thank you very much, Jonathan.
Fucking hell. These are lies.
Final round, quick-fire lies, and we start with... It's Bob.
I'm calling bullshit.
Sorry? It's you, Bob.
It's apple pie tonight.
Is it? Since Friday, then?
Yes.
Following advice from Chris Rea, I always crack an egg into my bath.
I'll believe anything you say now, Bob. Everything Bob says is not true.
We should say for any of the younger viewers, some of my fans, who Chris Rea was a very popular singer.
When did Chris Rea give you this advice, and in what context?
I was making a single for Middlesbrough Football Club's FA Cup appearance, called Let's Dance, which I did with Chris Rea. And after we'd completed the recording, he popped me into the bath, and there was an egg. An egg in it.
He popped you into the bath.
Yeah. Definitely true. Everything Bob says is
It's been a long
true.
day. You must be very tired. He said, I'll just pop you into the bath. So where was this bath? Was it at the recording studio?
It's on a little island in the middle of the Thames. It's as Rare's recording studio is.
So you've been recording, presumably, in a room without a bath.
Right. Absolutely, yeah.
And then you finish the recording, everyone's very happy with the track.
Yep.
And he says, Bob, you look tired. Maybe your joints are aching. This way.
No, it's not exactly like that. He says, that's it, Bob. I think we've got that leg. That's your bedroom, that's your bath. I've popped an egg in there for you.
Is he Geordie?
Yeah.
He's like where I'm from, Middlesbrough.
Right.
But he's much more Middlesbrough than me, like.
And why would he put an egg in your bath? What was the thinking
He
behind
felt
it?
like it.
I've never found out.
Exfoliates.
All I know
Gets
is
rid of
that I
germs
woke up
and
the
shit.
next morning and I have never felt so alive.
Was the egg
Definitely
still in
true.
its shell, floating, or had he gone...
No, the white had dissipated. Does that work?
Yeah.
It's fabulous. It's fabulous. It's non-greasy, which is a boon, isn't it?
Is it non-greasy?
Yeah, yeah, honestly.
It's less greasy than water without egg in it?
Do you have to mix it up, or do you just crack it and let it float?
Do you know what? You get in the bath, even in the bath where I am now, and you get in and you really don't want to burst the yolk. So the white goes, but the yolk's there, and you move like that, and you try and get it to come towards like that. And I don't know why, but you just do.
Have you ever had it get in your mouth?
You get it there like that. And then you get the yolk, and I use it for hair conditioner. I don't know how much hair, but to condition the hair on my skin.
So, going back to the original occasion,
Yes.
Chris Rea had already run you a bath.
I forgot about that detail.
Name is Chris Rea.
I know, but if you knew Chris, it's just so Chris. Yeah. Do you know, the other thing is a couple of weeks later, he sent me a gold doily.
Really?
Right. To dry yourself off.
I know. But so, I'm just saying, these things are just so Chris.
Do you think that the way Bob describes what happened to the egg white, is that... He says it just dissipates. Is that
If your bath
plausible?
is hot, then you're going to have a poached white.
I'd have thought the white would turn white. And
Well,
there'd
no,
be
no.
bits
Well,
of white.
how hot
no.
is your bath? Your bath is hot enough that an egg could poach
Well, I
in
don't
it.
know. Your claim is that it dissipates. I'm asking my team whether we believe that it would dissipate. 'Cause
I believe
if, for
anything
example,
after fucking
at
Bruin
the temperature of bath, say 39 degrees Celsius, the white would turn opaque, then your story doesn't check out.
Agreed.
Yeah, and-
Absolutely agreed.
I think...
What do you think, David?
I think it's fair to say that if anyone else had made this allegation about Chris Rea and an egg in their bath, we wouldn't be giving it a moment's consideration. Somehow, coming from Bob,
I think it's
must
true.
be true.
Yep.
I think
You think it's...
I think it's true because he's
Definitely true.
He's been about a bit, Bob.
No.
I think the white would poach.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think the egg is the
the
important
chemical
part.
analysis of the behaviour of the albumin.
David, honestly, one thing, please don't base it on the albumin whitening. It does not happen. It does not. I can't have a bath at 80 plus degrees.
Is that the temperature at which an egg white will
80
turn?
it'll start at about 80, yeah. Honestly, please don't base it on that.
What should I base it on, Bob?
George,
What are you going to say?
Instinctively, I believe it. We're going to go true.
Yep.
Saying true. OK, so Bob, Chris Rea, eggs, bars. Is it the truth or is it a lie?
This is awful.
I I was telling a lie.
Damn it! What if I Chris Rea was running the back?
Of course it's a lie! He said Chris Rea put an egg in his bath! Of course it's a lie! It's obviously a lie! Who could possibly believe that? It'd be more likely that someone was stuck in a car wash for 3 hours!
Yes, it's a lie. Bob doesn't crack an egg into his bath following advice from Chris Rea.
Damn it.
And that noise signals time is up.
Oh.
It's the end of the show. I can reveal that it's a draw.
Hey! Why don't we just say that Bob
Thanks for
wins?
watching. We'll see you next time. Good night.
I say Bob wins. Fuck your draws. I don't believe in draws. I think Bob won. Definitely won. That was tremendous. I don't remember if I had that much fun reacting to it the first time I saw it, but I definitely had a lot of fun reacting to it that time. I definitely enjoyed that. How the fuck was that brew... How was that beer brewing story true? Oh my god, he's an incredible storyteller. It felt like he was making it up as it goes along, but it was fucking... He was psyching us out to make you think that. Fucking, maybe if I've watched more of him, I would have understood, but... He fucking got me. They were all ridiculous. I thought her pulling the fucking baby out of the hat was the true one, even though that's fucking illogical. But... So, yep. They found him. It was getting mud in the field. And then, yep, just brought him back to his brew factory. And yeah, they brewed 3 award-winning beers. That's a real thing that happened. Would I lie to you? Probably. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for my reaction to Would I Lie to You. I enjoyed it. I really hope you did as well. Cool that I can put this on YouTube. Usually can't put BBC shit on YouTube, but I can put this, apparently. So, kick ass. But... hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, be sure to like it. If you didn't like it, don't. If you want to follow any of my social media links, my Twitch where I stream every single day, my second channel, Free 16 Views, my Twitter, if you want to follow me, my Patreon, if you want to support me, or my Vimeo, all those things are in the description. Thank you to all 21 of my Patrons for your constant support of me and my channels. I appreciate you guys so much. Also in the description, you can find a link to my schedule where you can see what's going to be posted daily on the channel. With all that being said, though, my name is Tafford16. This has been my reaction to Would I Lie to You. See you guys next time. Bye. Hola mis amigos and possible amigas, my name is Taffrey16 and welcome back to another reaction video and welcome to American Reacts to Would I Lie to You 2. So, for those of you who might be unaware, I did a reaction to Would I Lie to You like less than 2 months ago actually, like middle of October, I think. And it did decently well. Decently well. It currently has 56,000 views and it's still going. So, yeah, decently well. And I really enjoyed it, and you guys really seem to enjoy my reaction to it. So I knew that I wanted to do a sequel this month, for Christmas month. And sure enough, we have a Christmas special. I'm not sure what year it's from. It wasn't specified to me. It's funny, last time I timed the Would I Lie to You reaction perfectly, I guess, because I reacted to it the same day the new series started. Unintentionally, mind you. It wasn't even planned. It was just luck. So maybe it'll be returning today, and I'll get lucky again. No, probably not. Why would it return on a Thursday? That's just oh, actually, no, this is going up on Friday. Maybe it could return on Friday. That's still kind of a weird day. But anyway, let's do it. All right, I've got my hat. I've got some fresh nog. I've got my captive audience. And I've got Would I Lie to You. Sounds pretty good to me. Let's do it. They got a little Jingle Bells remix. I like it. By the way, for those of you who've been watching the video this month, do you like the silver hat or the red hat better? I kind of like the silver hat. Would I lie to you at Christmas? It's festive.
Good evening and welcome to Would I Lie to You at Christmas, a very special edition filled with festive fibs. On David Mitchell's team tonight, a singer who also runs a charity shop selling vintage clothes. Last year, she made a profit of 3 guineas, 11 shillings and 6pence. It's Lily Allen.
Oh, Lily Allen.
And a brilliant musician who's responsible for the most powerful Christmas release since the time I ate 23 Brussels sprouts. It's Noddy Holder.
Hey. Damn, Dave is loaded.
Tonight from Carshare, an actress who starred in Murder on the Blackpool Express about a coach trip to Blackpool. Talk about suffering for your art. It's Sean Gibson.
Oh, no Bob Mortimer this one?
Who years ago sold ice creams for a living. I don't know which year exactly, but I'm guessing 99. It's James Acaster.
Oh. I saw him on
With round one, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. Now, to make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They have no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And Noddy is first up.
One December night, while dressed as Joseph, I had to shove a donkey off a country lane.
Please, Steve.
When was this, Noddy?
This would have been mid-70s.
So why were you dressed as Joseph?
He felt like it.
A friend of mine used to have a party every Christmas time, just before Christmas. And it was always fancy dress. And this particular year, he wanted to feature the Nativity. And I originally wanted to be Angel Gabriel.
Right.
But he said, I'm not having you, Angel Gabriel. You can be Joseph.
Why couldn't you be Angel Gabriel? Because of the accent?
Probably.
Oh, look, it's the little baby Jesus.
So I got an old curtain round me and a tea towel on my head.
Like tonight.
Yeah, man.
So, whose party was it?
It was my best friend's party.
Okay.
And...
Do they have a name, Noddy?
Swin, his name was Swin.
Swin?
I should have said Big Ears, but carry on. So, where does the donkey...
So the time was getting on, it was 1 o'clock. I thought I'd better make my way home. And when I get outside, the air hit me and I felt a bit spacey and I think somebody had spiked my drink. So I set off and it sort of got worse and worse as I drove on. I was sort of blue flashing lights coming past me and all sorts.
Sorry, but that's a good point there. Whoever you are, man, woman, especially ladies, though, if you're at a party, do not put your drink down, okay? If you need to go to the bathroom, either take that bitch with you or give it to your friend. Do not put your drink down. Don't leave it on the table. If you got little cup fucking covers, then use that shit. But unless you got that shit, don't leave it anywhere. Because people are assholes. And they will rape you. Because they are assholes. And also rapists. And that's not a cool thing.
Those would have been the police.
No. That comes later. Anyway, I'm driving and I thought, I'll take the scenic route.
Right.
Gotcha.
So I started to go down all these country lanes to make my way home. And suddenly, in the middle of the road, is a donkey.
Donkey.
So I screeches to a halt, thinking, am I imagining this donkey, or is it a real donkey?
Am I really Joseph?
Is it possible it was just Elvis Costello turning up late to the party in fancy dress?
So I screeches to a halt, and I thought...
He was thinking about the joke
I better
for a while.
get out and check whether I can't carry on. I couldn't drive round it, the lane was too narrow.
Yeah.
And I got out the car to feel if it was real or not.
Are you genuinely still not sure, even though you're right up to it? You have to feel it.
I had to feel it.
Can I ask you a question? Is this one big alibi for touching up a donkey?
So I get behind him.
Good idea. Safest place with a donkey, Noddy.
And start pushing him from behind.
Where's this story leading, Noddy?
Suddenly I hear,
Don't you mean E or E?
Of course, coming down the road is a cop car. Now, I'm used to, in those days, being pulled every night after late.
What?
It's Christmas, Noddy. It's Christmas.
Back up there.
Anyway, they get out the car
Pause.
and do the usual. Here we are. Mr. Christmas, what's he doing now? As a last punchline, I said, I've been celebrating tonight because my wife's just had a kid.
I thought it was pretty good at the time.
What do you
So,
think,
what do you
James?
think, James?
I think it's true, but it's just nice to listen to him tell a story, and I kind of forgot halfway through I'm meant to be knowing if it's true or not.
He's definitely telling the truth.
I think it's the truth.
I think it's true.
True?
True.
OK.
True.
We'll say
Saying
it's
it's
true.
true.
Oh,
Noddy,
wow.
was it true or were you telling a lie?
It is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Noddy
good story.
did shove a donkey off a road while dressed
It's
as
way too good to
Joseph.
make up.
James, you're next.
Oh boy.
One Christmas, on hearing I wasn't going to get the present I wanted, I tried to drown myself. In protest.
Daisy.
Tell us the story.
Well, I wasn't going to get the present I wanted.
Which was? What did you want?
The Spice Girls debut album, Spice.
It's a lie.
That's so weird, because I did get it, and I did try and drown myself.
Damn.
Don't applaud that. The great album.
He said it, not me.
How
Spice
old
Girl
were you
Army.
then?
Don't come at me.
I was like 10 or 11.
Right.
So you wanted the album.
No, he
and
really,
then-
really wanted it.
Stop right now.
That's a glitchy shit. What the
So
fuck?
you wanted the album.
Yes,
What
I really,
happened?
really wanted it.
In case it don't use mine in the edit. Well, can I just say
James,
stop right now? Use this.
Who's your
God.
friend? Big Ears?
Did I find a different copy of this? Okay, I literally just went and downloaded a different copy. No offense to whoever got me the episode. I appreciate it. This is a Chris special from 2018, by the way. I just found that out as well. No offense to whoever got me this episode. Again, I appreciate it, but the copy you got me was a little bit glitchy. This one should be fine, though.
I wanted the Spice Girls
quieter,
album, Spice. And so did my sister.
Hopefully you
We've
won't
both
find
been
out, though.
pestering our parents a lot for the album. My
Fine,
father decided he had to tell us before Christmas who was going to get the album or not, because he didn't want an upset on Christmas Day. And so he waited until we were in a safe space with the local swimming pool. We'd all gone for a family swim.
Yeah.
And-
a lovely Christmassy thing to do. A lot of people
Yeah.
do a lot of swimming in the run-up to Christmas.
Because it was in honour of the 7 swans of swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
That's what we did. We were swimming, and then my dad called a family meeting.
Shallow end.
Shallow end, yeah. Oh, you're not treading water during a family meeting. He said, right, it's a week until Christmas, and I'm just going to let you know that Ruth is getting the Spice Girls album. Well, where were you then? 'Cause at the time, I looked like I overreacted.
Well, take us through this reaction. Paint a picture of how a young James reacted.
It was like a storm came over me. I was very angry. And then I turned and I walked to the other end of the shallow end. I did a width.
Yeah.
I would have stormed away, but it's very hard.
In water, yeah. You trudged away.
Wade through the water. You have to say every now and again, I'm really cross. Went to the other end, and I turned round so they could see my face, and I just sat down slowly. And I was under the water. I went, well, I was thinking this. I guess I'll either stay here until one of two things happens. Either I get the Spice Girls debut album Spice, Well, I'm gonna die.
Which happened?
Well, what happened? What happened was, I came back up again, and I saw that not only were they not, they were just carried on swimming. They got all each under the water now, and my dad quickly went, problem solved, and they carried on swimming.
What are you thinking, Noddy?
I just don't think his dad would do that. I think he'd buy 2 albums.
Oh, I'm unaware that you knew my father, Noddy.
Yeah, I think it's a lie.
What do you think about the 2 albums buying issue?
Well, like, as a parent, I just would have thought that just quietly, like, going off to HMV to buy an album is easier than taking the whole family for a group swim.
So what are you going to say, David? What's it going to be?
Lie.
I'll say lie.
You think that you both think it's a lie? I'm going to say lie. yeah.
OK. James, were you telling us the truth, or was it a lie?
I was telling the truth.
What? You're trying to drown yourself over a Spice Girls album?
Yes, it's true. James did try to drown himself in protest over his Christmas present.
Electric chair.
Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists.
Ooh.
This week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Jerry.
Hello, Jerry.
Sean, what is Jerry to you?
This is Jerry, and he was the policeman who came to investigate when I was heard screaming during a Christmas game of Twister.
Right, Sean's concerned copper. James, how do you know Jerry?
This is Jerry. He's the fireman who every Boxing Day soaks me with water during a festive game of squirt.
Right, James's fireman friend. And finally, Lee, what's your relationship with Jerry?
This is Jerry. He's the paramedic who ticked me off last Christmas after I landed my drone in his ambulance.
David's team, where to begin?
Sean, you were playing Twister.
Yep.
What was the occasion?
It was in between Christmas and New Year, and me and my family had gone away and rented a cottage.
And why did you scream?
Because I think I had my left hand on red and right foot on green.
Tricky.
And we'd all had a few drinks, and...
What was the time? What time of day?
Oh, it was evening.
Right.
It was evening. I'd say about 10:30ish.
Okay.
And my uncle fell on my face and I screamed.
I'd scream too.
And you would scream, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Was he a friendly uncle?
Very friendly.
If you've been affected by any of the issues raised in tonight's show, there is a website you can visit.
It wasn't a horrific scream. It was fun. I was having fun. I was just a bit hysterical.
Could you reproduce it, Sean? Could an actress of your stature
Okay.
reproduce it for us now? Imagine Lee is this
can
uncle who's
someone
a
fall
little
on my
too
face?
friendly. You're never that happy when he turns up, no matter how many presents you think, oh, it's Uncle Lee. Oh.
I like the way that you said she's a good actress, so she could play the part of the screamer, but I could just play the untoward uncle naturally.
So, there you are. Why don't you demonstrate the Twister? James, what are you doing?
Playing the Twister mat.
It wasn't a scary scream. It was like a... because I was having
Well,
fun scream.
how did the neighbour next door hear it if it was just a little scream?
Did the uncle let out anything as well? Did
I
he...
certainly did not.
I would hope
What
not.
happens then? So suddenly there's a knock on the door.
Yeah.
And what happens when Jerry arrives?
Well, we're all just having fun at this point. We've all had a few drinks. We all invite Jerry in, see if Jerry wants a sherry. He was really lovely about it.
All right.
So is there a police station in this village? And they're all on duty at Christmas week, are
Well,
they?
there's always got to be a policeman on duty. Somewhere.
To look out for madmen like you pushing
Yeah.
donkeys down lanes.
Yeah.
Now, what about James?
Okay, James.
Just remind us, James, what it was that you said.
Jerry is the fireman who every Boxing Day soaks me with water during a festive game of squirt.
Really memorize that.
Okay. What's going on?
Squirt is a game.
Is it?
What kind of game?
2 teams of firemen.
Okay, so that's for a game of squirt. The first thing you need is 2 teams of fire.
And they go either side of a river.
Yeah.
And you get a rope and you tie it up in a tree at one side of the river. And then you run it along and you tie it to a tree at the other side of the river.
Yeah.
But before you've tied it to the other side, you thread a barrel across it.
Of course you do.
You just thread a barrel.
Yeah. What if there's a fire in the local area during the lengthy setup for a game of squirt?
Well, he's not. They can't put out fires anyway. He's only volunteer.
Sorry?
They're just a volunteer fire brigade. They're not allowed to put out fires.
What are they allowed to do? Just look at them?
They are permitted to pick up litter.
Where do they get the fire engines and everything from then?
Their fire engine's an old one. It's more like a ice cream van that's painted red.
The volunteers, do they have the uniforms?
No. The Kettering Volunteer Fire Brigade have a T-shirt and it has an emblem on it of a fire being put out by a beer.
Yep. Sounds pretty good to me.
The rules of squirt.
OK. You get the barrel to the middle of the rope.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the rope. And then both teams aim their hoses at it.
Are the volunteer firemen allowed real water, or do they just mime it?
No, they're allowed water, they just can't aim it at a fire.
OK.
If there was a fire, they would have to turn the hose off.
Right.
So what happens next?
Someone's like, go!
Yeah.
And then they both turn their hoses on and they aim it at the barrel. And what
allowed
you're
to have
trying to
hoses?
do is you're trying to get the barrel, trying to squirt it along the rope so it gets to the opposition side of the bank. And all the water is hitting this barrel, and we're standing on the bridge. Getting soaked.
Yeah.
And then you walk home going, good squirt this year.
Right, now then, what about Lee?
How did you come to land the drone in Jerry's ambulance?
We have this really weird tradition in our house where we like to keep dry. And so I thought, what I'll do is I'll fly my drone, but I'll stay in the house. And the window was open, and I thought...
The window was open because it was a very hot Boxing Day.
The window was open. The window was open because my wife always has the heat on very high over Christmas, and I'm not a fan of radiators, so I opened the window. Yeah. And I was practising in the bedroom, and I thought, I'm so in control of this, rather than go downstairs and fly it, I'm just going to go straight out the window.
Was the drone a Christmas present?
The drone was a Christmas present, correct.
Who gave you a drone for Christmas?
Not you, because you got me nothing.
Yeah.
It was my wife.
Your wife got you... It's a very romantic present.
Yeah.
A drone.
She's heard me say it to her a lot during the year. Drone.
Why was there an ambulance there? Had your wife called it as a precautionary measure?
The ambulance was actually the house over the road, and as I was flying the drone, I looked over, and a man was carried out on a stretcher. And I think, can't quite see what's going on, but I thought I'll have a little look at that. And my drone has a camera attached to it, so I'm flying a drone over. That's getting closer and closer. You know, I'm getting quite a good...
It can help, I think, when someone's just had a heart attack or something. Something shocking or strange can really help somebody get it together.
I thought so. Yeah. And so I was watching it and I thought, this is interesting. And then he gets put in the back of the ambulance and the doors stay open and Jerry goes in the back. I thought, I'll have a little look, see what's going on. So I get a bit closer. And now I'm hovering just outside the back doors.
Yeah.
And I pushed forward a little bit too much. And the drone went straight into the back of the ambulance, striking Jerry on the back.
It's presumably hurt, Jerry, because the rotors of a drone are very fast.
Yeah, yeah, he was a good 3 or 4 inches taller than this last year.
So Jerry spots you leaning out of your bedroom window with a remote control. What does he then do?
Oi! I said, give me my drone back! I can't really repeat what he said on television.
Okay, he
because...
swore.
No, he's French and I don't understand French.
All right, we need an answer. So, David's team. Is Jerry Sean's concerned copper,
Yes.
James's fireman friend, or Lee's peeved paramedic?
I'm saying Sean.
Oh, I don't. I mean...
I think it's James's.
You think it's James's?
I think it's
really?
Sean.
I mean, I think we're agreed Lee is lying.
Yeah.
The question is it James or Sean?
I think it's a mate of James's from the pub who was a volunteer fireman.
Sean.
I'm not happy about this. Because my instinct is that James is telling the truth.
Right.
But I know what that's saying publicly. I know what I am then believing. I'm believing a game that is played across a river between volunteer firemen with a souped-up ice cream van and squirting a barrel in which the locals come and stand and watch in just the place where they get splattered with water.
What's it going to be?
I think it's James.
You're going to go with James?
Yeah. Go on,
Jerry,
I'm saying it's James.
would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Jerry, and I'm a volunteer fireman who soaks drains on Boston Day.
God damn it.
Oh, Jerry?
Yes, Jerry is James's fireman friend. Thank you very much, Jerry.
Jesus, James is killing at this game.
Which brings us to our final round, quickfire lies, and we start with... It's Lily.
Until last year, I believed that reindeer were fictional creatures like unicorns, until my 6-year-old daughter told me the truth.
Please, team.
Until how long ago?
Last year.
Oh. Is it because Father Christmas's reindeers fly? So that's why they couldn't possibly
maybe
be
that's
true.
why I came to that
get that.
conclusion. That I just felt like it was a ridiculous notion, yeah.
You were aware of deer, though, weren't you?
Yes, actually I was.
So you'd
Because
seen
of Bambi.
deer?
Hang on, because
Hold on a minute.
fiction. This doesn't make sense. You've seen a fictional reindeer.
Well, if
Flying in the sky.
if Bambi flew, then I probably wouldn't have believed in deer.
What about Dumbo? Did you not believe in elephants?
Did you stop believing in carpets when you saw Aladdin?
You know, I remember my ex-husband telling me that the moon was made of cheese, and I believed that. Like, there are things that I...
I think we should stop here for a second. You genuinely believed what your husband said when he said the cheese?
Well, I thought maybe it had, like, the same chemical makeup as cheese.
Can I just point out, Lily, you all say this out loud on television.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's go back to the conversation between you and your little girl. How did it come about, and what did she say?
I was going to take them on a trip to Lapland.
Right.
My daughter said, "Are there going to be reindeer?" And I said, "Don't be ridiculous. Reindeer aren't real."
What was her reaction to that?
She had been to another farm in Gloucestershire and had seen some reindeer, so she knew that reindeer were real.
And how long did this carry on?
Until I Googled reindeer.
Wow.
So, what are you going to say?
Well, it's a tricky one, because I can't believe she's never, up until that point, seen a reindeer.
I don't understand how you can go through life without seeing a real reindeer.
Sorry, are we talking about
plausible.
reindeer? Not...
Hello, David.
No, but... Sorry.
I think it's plausible. I mean, depending on where you live, reindeer just isn't everyday shit. Like, I don't know if I've seen an actual reindeer. I know they're real, but I don't know if I've seen, like, one in real life, you know, myself. So, yeah, I think it's plausible.
Reindeer, they don't exist, do they? No,
Grandpa's woken up from his sleep on Christmas Day.
You can definitely go through your life without seeing reindeer.
No, you can't.
They're not like pigeons.
So what's it going to be, Lee? Let's
Reindeer
go
more
for
I mean,
common
I
there?
still can't believe that giraffes are real. I've been to the zoo and I've seen giraffes. I still don't quite believe they're real.
Did you get out and feel it like Noddy would?
They might kick you out for that.
I think it's a lie.
She's very believable, though.
You think she's lying, but she's believable?
Yeah.
And what kind of answer is that?
I think it's true.
I hope it's a lie, for Lily's sake.
Lily, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
I was telling a lie.
Oh, damn you, Lily Allen.
Next.
Like 1 for 4.
It's David.
Possession.
Ah, right. There's a box under your desk. Now then, take the item
Oh,
out
that's 9 times the law.
first. Lift the box onto the desk. Right, now take the item out of the box.
Got it.
And
Right
now,
Yeah.
read the card.
Last Christmas, my brother bought me this iPad. I've never turned it on, but I have used it to kill a wasp and carry 3 mugs of hot chocolate.
Please, team.
Right.
Who were the mugs of hot chocolate for? Go.
Sorry?
Who are the mugs of hot chocolate for? Say them now, without thinking.
Too much pressure. I don't know 3 people. It's a lie.
Good detective work.
Who were they for, David?
They were for my wife, for me, and for my mother.
Where were you taking them to?
I was taking them from the hot chocolate making room to the hot chocolate consumptorium.
Kitchen to living room?
Yes.
Hey.
Did you kill the wasp with the glass side or the non-glass side?
The non-glass side.
There you go.
How hard did you hit it?
Well, it's dead. It wasn't like a great sweeping, smash.
Was it mid-air?
It was more of a sort of a press and lean. I lulled it into a false sense of security with my terrified whimpers. And then at a certain point, it settled on a flattish surface. And then I went in with the press and lean.
If you kill a wasp, you don't slowly press it like a psychopath. He only said that he does the push and press because he knew that there wasn't any dints on it.
No. I'm not saying I gradually. As soon as I was pressing, I pressed quickly. I didn't want to extend its suffering. I wasn't whispering stories about, do you find the room is getting smaller, Mr. Rice? I'm sure you must be imagining it. You're finding your little antennae are getting a bit cramped. Oh, what next? Try and move a wing. Oh, you can't.
Right, it's time to take a guess.
You say it's a...
Lie.
You say it's a lie?
I think it's
It is
true.
a lie.
You can say it's a lie. David, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
I was telling a lie.
God damn it! I got the first one right. I've got nothing right since.
That noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show. I can reveal that Lee's team has won.
I was like 1 for 5, bro.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night.
Bye. Sure, I'll do more of this.
You'll be with us tomorrow night, won't you? There'll be giggles aplenty with
Michael
McIntyre's
McIntyre.
Big Christmas at
That's
6:45.
down to be controversial.
And Romesh Ranganathan is also getting in the
Romesh
spirit.
Ranganathan.
Check out
That's a hell of a
Christmas
name. All right, y'all. That's gonna do it for another reaction to Would I Lie to You. I did not do well with the predictions. I think I got the first one right, and I shot blanks for the rest of that. But Bob Mortimer, when I saw the first episode, this is just hilarious. And the next episode I do of the show, I'll make sure to have an episode with him in it, because I think he brings a lot to the show. But I don't think that was a bad episode by any stretch. It was cool to see Lily Allen on there, and James really rolled that episode, to be honest. Like, I still can't believe the fucking story about... So they stand... They stand, there's 2 volunteer firemen, and there's barrel, and they squirt water at the barrel, and bystanders stand close to the barrel and get wet. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Sounds like, yeah. Sounds about right to me. Shit, what was his other story? His other fucking story was... Oh, drowning himself over the fucking Spice Girls album. Motherfucker drowned himself. Because he didn't get what he really want. I mean, god damn it. How you gonna drown yourself over the fucking Spice Girls? I will never know. But what I do know is that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want me to do more Would I Lie to You in the future, I would love to, as I love this show. And I'm not lying to you. Or am I? Probably not, though. I'm really not. I like the show. Anyway, that's going to do it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, be sure to like it. If you didn't like it, don't. If you want to follow any of my social media links, my Twitch, I stream every single day, my second channel, Freakstein Views, my Twitter, if you want to follow me, my Patreon, if you want to support me on my Vimeo, all those things are in the description. Thank you to all 31 of my Patrons currently named in the description for your constant support of me and my channels. I appreciate you guys and all you do to support me and the content I make. Also in the description, you find a link to community Reddit as well as a schedule where you can see what's going to be posted daily on the channel. With all that being said, though, my name is Taffers16. This has been my second reaction to Would I Lie to You. See you guys next time.